Hello, my name is Christian Contreras and I'm going to show you how to replace your brakes. There you go. I'm going to be removing the bolts off of the caliper. You use a 14 millimeter and you use a crescent wrench to hold the inner nut that's in between the caliper. And I'm using a cheater bar so that way it's easier to remove, because there are on there. Oh, go the other way. But you'll hear it open, which is good. Go up like that, and now it's loose. Okay, and then you do the bottom one. I don't know if you can see that I have the wheel. I have the actual wheel turned. I've seen a lot of videos where people just have it, straight. I don't know why. To me, this is an easier way to do it. I don't know if it's because of alignment issues, but if it does come out of alignment, you just take it back to get aligned. But I found it way easier to remove everything. So I remove the bolts, top and bottom like that. Just remove them. Overnight I put WD-40, so I hope that that could help, because these parts are on there, pretty on there. Alright, you remove the bolts right there, and this should just come out like that, just like that. And this is your caliper, 2-piston, like that, and you just put it on the side right here so it'll be out of the way. And then the next thing you do, you have these two those big bolts right there. Those are 19 millimeters right here, and right here. Those are pretty on there, so that's when the cheater bar comes in handy. I'm using these metric brand sockets. It's a CRV socket, so it's good for 3/4 inch and 19 millimeter. Some people like it, some people don't. I personally do. But they've been, they work pretty well. They grip pretty good. So you get your cheater bar again, and you just give it some power. Like that, and you heard it. It's off. And again, I put WD-40 overnight, so that always helps. And go up again, just like that. Try not to give it too much power, because then you could hit this brake line right here, and you never know, it could rip or something like that. All right. Oh, I forgot to remove the actual brake pads. What you do is you just pull them out like this, like that. I always like facing them the way they go in. That way, when I put the new ones on, they go. I remember how to do it. As you can see, look at that brake pad. It's pretty toast. It has all the cracks on it. I'm assuming from the heat. I was experiencing a lot of wobble. Braking, so that's the reason why I changed the disc and the brakes. So if you have this problem, change them immediately. It's really bad. And the brake pads are pretty toast. See, that's the back one. Again, you just lay them down the way they come out. That way you could remember. And then you remove the caliper holder right here. It's just these two big bolts right here, and it should come out just like that. Okay, and then the next thing you do is there is a set screw right here. I've seen videos where people they use a drill, but honestly, you just put WD-40 overnight and it should come off by hand like this. And I haven't taken it off or anything. This is all with the screwdriver, so they're not on there. And then, you know, like I said, I took everything out overnight, so that's why I have the lug nuts on there. And then it's pretty, you know, all you do is you remove it, and that's it. That's how you remove it. And this is the disc. You can see it looks like it was you know, pretty bad. You see, look at that, that's not good. I'm assuming these are where the disc got really hot, and that's why I experienced that shaking. So that's a good thing I'm changing them. Alright, everyone, this is the new disc for the 05 Odyssey. When you get them brand new, it is recommended that you have to clean them, or else if you install them, you're gonna have it won't work as well, I'll tell you that. So what I do is you get the disc. I was reading online that you could use hot water and soap. I guess that's better. That's what the manufacturer wants, but I don't have hot water right now, so you just buy the brake clean like this, and on the back it just says to soak it. So you just soak it on there and let it sit for a while, you know, a couple seconds. You know, I've seen people that just spray a little bit, but honestly, just soak it on there. That way, all that whatever, it's like a film, I guess, that they put on there. You know, to make it not corrode, I guess, or rust. So you let it sit, and then you wipe it. You just wipe it. It says you can let it air dry, but if you have a towel around, just towel it. And then of course you do the same for the back. You just turn it around and do the same. Just soak it on there. You just soak it on there like this. You know, let it cake on there. You know, if you could do the soap and water, you know, I'm assuming you could just dunk the disc in there and then, you know, let it sit there for a minute or two, and then you wipe it. And I see why it would be better, and then you save some money, because these cans are like $5 or $6 each. So, but you know, I don't have access to hot water right now, so I'm just doing the brake clean. So you just wipe it like that. Wipe it again, and then I always like doing it another, you know, a second round of it. So, you know, unfortunately my hands are really dirty, so you will get fingerprints on this. So I'm trying my best not to get fingerprints. Just cake it on there. Put that in there, and then just wait a while, and you just wipe it nice and clean. That, and then you, of course, you do the back again. Sometimes these just have these marks on, like dark marks, and for some odd reason they don't come off. So hopefully that doesn't affect the braking. And you just wipe it off like that. You know, you can wear gloves, or you know, you don't have to wear gloves, but you know, I'm used to not wearing gloves. And that's how you clean the disc. I will now be installing the new disc onto the axle. So what you got to do is you just look for this this hole right here. That's where the set screw goes. So, and then you just put it on. Look for the hole. It has two holes, so you could put it on either one. You have to put it on that one. Like that. You put it on, it slides right in like that. you get your set screw, you get your screwdriver. I like using these metric ones. This is a ratcheting one too, so makes it easier. You put it on there like that. I guess you don't have to have the set screw on, but you know, it's obviously there for a reason, so you know, you could use it or not. This one has, you know, you could put two, but they only came with one, so I'm just putting one on. Okay, now it's pretty straightforward. From here, you're just putting everything back. So this is the caliper holder, so like I said, when you take them out, try to put it, you know, lay them down the way you took them out, so it goes like this. You just line it up like this, and there it is, just like that. You get the 19mm bolts, line it up. Sometimes it's hard to line these up. See what I mean? It's not lining up. Oh, there we go. Goes in. You know, hand tying them at first, and then you put this on. Put these on again. These are the 19mm bolts again. Alright, so they're on. Yeah, I don't know if these have a torque spec or anything like that. I don't have a torque wrench, so you know, I have to do it all by hand. You know, so you know, if you leave comments, I'm sorry that I don't do it with a torque wrench, but you know, not everyone can afford one. So you get the breaker bar like I'm using, and you just go down slowly, like that, and then you go to the bottom one, nice and slow, like that, and then do the top one again. That way you're not tightening one bolt a lot. Just go in there, do it again, like that, and then again, the bottom one again, like that. That's nice and tight. It feels tight to me. And then the next step is putting the new brake pads. Again, you know, just follow the way you put the old one. So this one's the back one. So you put it in there. You have these little slits in here. You just see there's that little clip thingamajiggy right there, and you guide it in there like that, and this should sit right there. That's it. It's installed. And then you do the same for the outer one. You just put it in the, you guide it in through the slit like that. Sometimes they'll be kind of difficult to put on, but luckily I was able to put them on right away. So there it is. The brake pads are on, and so is the brake caliper holder. And so the next thing you do is you get your C-clamps, because the piston is going to be out, and if you try to put it in, it won't go in, because these are fresh brake pads, and you know, of course, they're bigger than the old ones. You can see the old ones are pretty, you know, they're getting down there. So the brake caliper is going to be set to the old pad, you know, or however the pads were. So I just get a C-clamp like this. You know, it's always good to have C-clamps. Luckily I have a lot of them. So you just clamp it in. You know, the other piston, the bottom piston, is gonna, you know, pop out a little bit more because of the pressure. So you clamp it in like this. Try to clamp them all the way, like that, and then just have it clamped. Obviously, this one is. Clamp it in there, just so it can stay. Because if I don't, if it don't stay, the other one, it's just gonna push it out. So you get your other C clamp. You open it, that, and you get it set. There you go, like that. And you start pushing it in also. like that. And you remove them like that. And then you now you're ready to install the caliper back in. Remember they go right here, right here. Oh my God. Alright. You can push these little springy thing right there. I don't know the name of it. You get your bolts. You put the bolt in like that. Like that. Goes in. And then you can start putting the bottom one like that. Like that. You know, the caliper will be a little loose because the caliper is in, the piston is in a little bit out, but once you start the car and press the brake, it'll get nice and tight. And like I said, a lot of people like doing it with the disc straight, but honestly, I don't see how. It's way more easier doing it to an angle because you have better access instead of reaching in there and damaging a fender or breaking the bumper. So you got your 14 millimeter. These are really good too. It's a locking extension, so that way the socket doesn't pull out, which is really cool. Then you just tighten it. Tighten it. That. Okay, you get your. Okay, now that they're on there, you get your crescent wrench, and you put it right here on the bolt, the inner bolt, right here. The inner bolt's right here, and you grab it. You grab the top one, and then you tighten it by hand. Do the same at the bottom, like this. Because if you try to do it with that one, it's pretty impossible. All right, they're nice and tight, but now I'm gonna tighten it more with the cheater bar. Again, if you're worried of how tight it really has to be, I would recommend going online or a forum and finding out how tight they're supposed to be. But I don't have a torque wrench, so I just do it by feel. And you just tighten it like that, nice and. You don't want to over tighten it either, because then you could break the bolts or all that. Do the bottom one, nice and tight. That okay. And then you do the top one again, just to make sure it's nice and tight again. Don't try to over tighten it. Just do it by feel. Okay. All right, that one's tight. You can feel it when it's tight. Alright, now they're tight, and that's it. If you like this video, please like it and subscribe to our page. Thank you so much.